curved surface area, total surface area. I don't know. I will leave it. Come on, 32. నాకు తెలియదన్నా భలేవాడివి. కర్వ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా, టోటల్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా. సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా వరకే గుర్తు నాకు. కర్వ్డ్ టోటల్ అంటే నా వల్ల కాదు పని. I can't bear it. 32. A and C started a business and B joined after 4 months from the start of the business. A and C started. Respective ratio between total investments of A, B, C 3:6:2. If B's share in the annual profit was 500 more than C, what was total annual profit earned? Right, first of all you have to calculate profit sharing ratio. 3 parts, 6 parts, 2 parts. Yes, 3 parts, 6 parts, 2 parts. B joined after 4 months, so he will be there for only 8 months. So A invests 3 parts for 12 months, B 6 parts for 8 months, C 2 parts for 12 months. Cancellation with 12, 12, 12, 6 one time and then 2 4 times. So ratio becomes 3, 4, 2. 3:2, 4:2. Total number of parts? 9 parts. And you're asked to calculate, you were given the B's share in the annual profit was 500 more than C. B is getting 4 parts and C is getting 2 parts. So B is getting 2 parts more than C. 2 parts is equal to 500. 9 parts is equal to how much? Right. If 2 parts is 500, 4 parts is 1000, 8 parts is 2000, 1 part in the sense 250, 2250. Next, 12 liters of pure water was added to a vessel containing 64 liters of pure milk. So how much total quantity we have now? 76 liters. 38 liters of this resultant mixture was then sold. In the sense half the quantity is gone, right? So half the quantity is gone, in the sense half of pure water is left with us. 6 liters water and 32 liters of milk we have now, right? And then some more quantity of pure milk and then pure water added to the vessel in the respective ratio 4:1. If the resultant ratio of the milk and water in the final in the vessel is how much? 5:1. If it is 5:1, what was the quantity of pure milk added in the vessel? Pure milk added in the vessel. Now we have added pure milk and pure water in the respective ratio 4:1. So answer should be 4 multiple. All are 4 multiples, right? Except first option. Yes. But in the initial container, how many liters of pure milk we have? Pure milk. How much quantity we have? How come it is 64? See, half the quantity is gone. We have only 32 liters remaining with us, right? We have only 32 liters, and to that number if you add 4 multiple, that should become 5 multiple. Are you getting? So 32 liters of water we have, and when you add 8, our number ends with 8, then only that becomes a 5 multiple. Or else you need to add a number which ends with 3, but we don't have number ends with 3, right? Because that won't be a 4 multiple. So out of 8 multiples, the number which ends with 8, if you add that quantity to 32 liters, then it becomes 5 multiple. So only answer left is 8. Need not to solve it. 8 multiple avali initial container lo unna pure milk add cheste adi 5 multiple kuda avali, endukante last lo quantity 5:1 icharu kada, kabatti 5 multiple avali. 32 liters undi remaining. 32 liters ki inka konta add chesinappudu adi 5 multiple avali. Add chesedi 4 multiple. 4 multiple ante 8. 8 add chesinappude kada adi 5 multiple ayedi. If you add any other option, if you add 16 liters to 32 liters, that won't be a 5 multiple. So like that, even if you add 12 or 4 to 32 liters, that won't be a 5 multiple. So that cannot be your answer. Next. A bought certain quantity of apples at a cost of 800 rupees. He sold 1/4 of the apples at 25% loss. If A earns an overall profit of 5%, at what profit percent did A sells the rest of the apple? So how many parts we have total? How many parts we have? Total we have 4 parts. Out of 4 parts, 1/4 is sold out. In the sense, 1 part is sold out. Remaining how many parts we have? So overall, what is your expectation? You must get 5% profit. So if you get 5% on every part, that will be equal to 5% of the total. Yes or no? So remaining 3 parts are left with us. So if I get 5%, 5%, 5% on every part, that will be equal to 5% of the total value. Provided I should get 5% profit on the first item also. Yes or no? So on remaining 3 numbers together, I am expecting 15%, 5%, 5%, 5%. So average 5%. Right, that will be your final answer if you get 5% profit on the first item, correct? But first part is sold at a loss of 25%. So you have to cover 25% loss and you must get 5% profit. Total how much is expected? 30%. So you must get 30% out of 3. In the sense, average how much you need? 10 more. So already to get 5% of the total, you need 5%, 5%, 5% on every item, and to cover 30%. For the first item, you have sold it for 25% loss. You need to cover 25% and you need to get 5% more. So total you are expecting 30% out of 3 parts. So each part should get 10% more. So already 5% plus 10%, total 15%. That's it. Next, a person has to travel from point A to point B in a certain time. Traveling at a speed of 6 km per hour, he reaches 20 minutes early. While traveling at a speed of 4 km per hour, he reaches 30 minutes late. What is the distance from point A to B? Right. In the first case, person traveled with 6 km per hour. He was early by 20 minutes. Is that plus 20 or minus 20? Minus 20. Right. This is about speed and this is about time. Person traveling with 4 km per hour will be late by 30 minutes. Right, what is change here? Speed got decreased, right? Yes or no? What fractional part it got decreased? 2 out of 6, in the sense 1/3 decreased. Am I right? So if speed decreases by 1/3, time increases by 1/2. For always increase of 1 by x, there must be decrease of 1 by x plus 1. Correct? Speed increases, speed decreases by 1/3. So time must increase by 1/2. What is difference from minus 20 to plus 30? 50 minutes. So half increase is equal to 50 minutes. Then 1 is equal to 100 minutes. Right? So 100 minutes is the time taken in first case. 100 minutes is the time taken in first case. So actual speed maintained in the first case is 6 km per hour. You asked about distance. Distance d is equal to speed into time. This is 6 km per hour and time converts to hours. Minutes converts to hours divided by 60. 0, 0, 6, 6 cancel. Answer 10 kilometers. See, for always increase of 1 by x, there will be decrease of 1 by x plus 1. This is inversely proportional rule. For any 2 variables which are inversely proportional, you can use this. 1/3 not increase, 1/3 decrease. For 1/3 decrease, there will be 1/2 increase. Next, 36. "24 men can complete a piece of work in 16 days. 20 women can complete the same work in 18 days. What is the respective ratio between the amount of work done by 32 men in 1 day and the amount of work done by 36 women in 1 day? You are asked about ratio. Okay. 24 men can complete the work in 16 days. Okay. If 24 men can complete the work in 16 days, 16 men can complete the work in 24 days. Yes or no? So I will write like this. 16 men can complete the work in 24 days. You are asked about 32 men. So 32 men can complete the same work in 12 days. 12 days. Right. Keep this aside. Next one. How many women we have? 36 women. Come on. 20 women can complete the work in 18 days. 18 women can complete the work in 20 days. Right. 36 women can complete the same work in 10 days. So 36 women can complete the same work in 10 days. Now you're asked about respective ratio between the amount of work done by 32 men in one day. If 32 men can complete the work in 12 days, what is one day work? 1 by 12. And the amount of work done by 36 women in one day. If 36 women can complete the work in 10 days, what about one day work? 1 by 10. So 1 by 12 is to 1 by 10. LCM is 60. Multiply it, you'll get 5:6. Ratio is 5:6. Or else you can go for cross multiplication also. 10 comes here, 12 comes here. 10:12, which is 5:6. Next, a certain sum is divided among A, B, C in such a way that A gets 20 more than 1/3 of the sum, B gets 30 less than 2/5 of the sum, C gets 330. What is the total sum involved? Total sum involved. So here, A, B, C, we have 3 persons altogether. Oh, you need to calculate the total profit here, total sum here. Now, A gets 20 more than, so you need to calculate 1/3 of the sum, right? Yes or no? Sum should be 3 multiple then. Yes? Sum should be 3 multiple. If you want to calculate 1/3, sum should be 3 multiple. This is not 3 multiple. This is not 3 multiple. Third option and then fourth option are the only 3 multiples we have. Let me take 1200. I'll start with 1200 and verify it. If so, that is my answer. Else I'll go for 1500 as my final answer without verification. Yes or no? Right, let's start with 1200. What is 1/3 of 1200? 400. A is getting 20 more than that, in the sense 420. And B is getting 30 less than 2/5 of the sum. What is 2/5? What is, first of all, let me calculate 1/5. What is 1/5? 240. 1/5 is 240. 2/5, 480. 30 less than 480? 450. So B is getting 450 and C gets 330. Add everything. Is that equal to 1200? So 1200 is right answer. Else, without verification, we can go for another 3 multiple, which is 1500. Next, the percentage of pi is equal to, I think that is not Lima, that is Uma. Both names are same. Either if you take Lima here, take Lima here. Otherwise, if it is Uma, here also Uma. The percentage of pi is equal to Uma's age 6 years ago. In the sense, I can say difference between their present ages is 6 years. Yes or no? At any point of time, in any particular year, difference of age between any two persons should be same. Right? In this particular question, that should be 6 years. Right. Next, the respective ratio between pi's age, when was this? The respective ratio between pi's age and Uma's age will be 7:9 at that time. Ippudu 6 years hence. 6 years hence, ratio of their ages will be 7:9. What is pi's present age? You are asked about pi's present age. If the difference between their present ages is 6 years, after 6 years also difference should be 6 years. In terms of number of parts, difference is 2 parts, which is 6 years. 1 part is 3 years. 7 parts is 21 years. After 6 years, pi's age is 21. Present age of pi is 15. That's it. $10,200 was partly invested in scheme A at 10% per annum compound interest, compounded annually for 2 years. Per year, if you are getting 10%, compound interest for 2 years will be 21%. Right, 21% on first part. And in scheme B at 6% per annum simple interest for 5 years. So you will get 30% simple interest from scheme B. Both the schemes earn equal interest. In the sense, 21% of first part is equal to 30% of second part. So first part by second part is equal to 30 by 21, which is 10 by 7. In the sense, ratio between first part and then second part investment becomes 10:7. Yes or no? Total how many parts we have? How many parts? 17 parts. 17 parts is equal to total investment 10,200. 17 parts is equal to 10,200. 17 6 times is 102, and the sense and then 2 zeros. 17 6 times 102 and then 2 zeros. And now how much was invested in scheme A? In scheme A we have invested 10 parts, in the sense 10 into 6, 60 into 100, 6,000. Second option. "48. A bag contains 4 red ball, 9 yellow ball and then 7 pink ball. Total how many balls we have? 21. 21 balls. 20 balls. If one ball is drawn at random from the bag, what is the probability that it is either pink or yellow? How many pink and yellow balls we have? How many pink and yellow balls we have? 16. Out of 16 balls, if you get one ball, that is enough, right? In how many ways can you get that? 16 C1. Out of 20 balls, you need to select one ball, so 20 C1. 16 by 20, 4 by 5. Approximations. 41. 60% of 580 divided by 14. 60%. Hey, where is, you have question mark there. 14. Double. 56. 60. No. Right, 60% of 580 divided by 14 is equal to 56 minus something. Better to calculate it. 60%. ఆగండి, నాకు రాక కాదు నాన్న, నేను ఈ కన్వర్షన్ చేయకుండా ఏమన్నా చేయొచ్చా అని ట్రై చేస్తున్నా. I don't want to calculate 60% and I want to do it. That's what I am verifying. Just hold a minute. P6. No, you have to do it. Come on, let's calculate 60%. Anyway, that is easy also. Half and then 10%. Half is 290. 290. Remember, if you add 10 to that number, that becomes 300. Yes? How much you have 10%? 58. Take 10%. 10 from 58, it becomes 48 and you already have 300 there. So 300 plus 48. 348. 348. Come on, 14. Wait. Are agandabba. 14 3 times? 42. 14 2 times? 28. 14 20 times? 280. Still you have 68. 68 is nearby 70, which is 14 5 times. So you can treat this number as 25. 25. Take x to this side, left hand side, that becomes plus x, and 25 becomes minus 25. 56 minus 25. 31. And then this becomes 545 plus 40. 545 plus 40. 585 divided by 45. 45 10 times? So 10 times is 450, and to this number again you need to add 135. 45 3 times is 135. So 10 times and then 3 times. In the sense total 13 times 1 3. Under root 786. 28 divided by x. 28 by x into 16 square. Let me write it as 16 into 16. Don't do that. And 1025. Wait a minute. You can treat this number as 1024. Approximate. 1024 is 2 to the power of 10. Yes sir. Otherwise 32 square. 1024 is 32 square. So let me write it as 32 into 32, 16, 2 times, 16, 2 times, how much you have? 4. X goes to right hand side and 4 becomes 28 by 4. 4 becomes divided by 4. 28 by 4 in the sense 7. Amma identi plus divided by a? Okay, 730. 730 plus 1670. Add 30 here, this becomes 1700. 1700 plus 700, 2400. 2400 minus 153 times 450. Subtract 450. First subtract 400, then subtract 50. Subtract 400, it becomes 2000. Again subtract 50, 1950. Right. Take minus x to right hand side, that becomes plus x, and 24 square, 25 square to left hand side, that becomes minus 25. A square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b. A plus b in the sense 15 plus 35. 35 plus 15. Akka, 35 plus 15, 50. 35 minus 15, 20. 50 into 20, 1000. 1000 minus 25 square. 25 square is 625. 1000 minus 625, 375. X is 375. Fourth option. (46 to 50). Any particular question? 40? 48. Out of the number of qualified candidates from state B in 2001 state B qualified people, okay, out of this the respective ratio between male and female is 5:2, okay. If the number of female qualified candidates from, okay, if 2 parts is 54, find the total, find the number of appeared candidates. Emundi danlo? How many parts you have? Total 7 parts. Because 42% is divided into 5:2 ratio, male and female. So 5 parts and then 2 parts, total 7 parts. 7 parts is 42. 7 6 times is 42. Female are 2 parts, in the sense 12%. So 12% is given as 54. So 12% is given as 54. Calculate 42%. I think you can directly calculate 100%. You can directly calculate 100%. 12 4 times 48. Apart from 48 you have 6 more, in the sense half. In the sense 4.5 times. 4.5 times of 100 is 450. Right. Next, any other question? (51 to 55). Sure. (56 to 60). No? Pakka? Yes. Which question? Which question? No? Come on. Enjoy end over enroll. Amma. 61. అక్కడ నేను ఇంకా అక్కడ దగ్గర రాలి వస్తున్నా. Right, what is first difference here? మా గుర్తుపెట్టుకో, ఎవరు అడిగారు గుర్తులేదు కానీ నాకు అడిగిన వాళ్ళు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. If your first number starts with 0, that will be either 1 square minus 1 or 1 cube minus 1 square or 1 cube minus 1. I mean to say n square minus n cube minus n square, n cube minus n. One of these values. Or n square minus 1, n cube minus 1 also. Okay? Difference enta? 0. Here difference is 2 cube minus 2. Difference is 24. 3 cube minus 3. Should be 4 cube minus 4. Next number 5 cube minus 5, 120 difference. So you should subtract 120, answer 90. Next 62, into half, into 1 and a half, into 2 and a half, into 3 and a half, right? 105 answer. Next, divided by 2 minus 1, divided by 2 minus 1, divided by 2 minus 1. Next, into 1 plus 1, into 2 plus 1, into 3 plus 1. Next, plus 17 minus 34 plus 51, 17 fours minus, plus 17 into 1 minus 17 into 2 plus 17 into 3 minus 17 into 4 plus 17 into 5, 17 5 times, and then add that number, right? Ma, any other question? 30 33. Where were you? ఏదో ఆలోచిస్తున్నట్టున్నావు ఆ టైంలో. ఏం ఆలోచించావు? ఫస్ట్ అది చెప్పు, ఆ తర్వాత నేను చెప్తా. కట్ 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 కట్